I'm still not expecting anything excessive or bullish until we break above that dark pool at $2.28. If we can break above $2.28, then that'll open the door for a further discussion of higher targets. Alrighty, so I want to start off today's call before we head into the update on XRP and the levels that we were paying attention to in previous video breakdowns, going over the order flow, going over the volume, going over and taking a look using the order flow at sellers being in control of the market temporarily, where buyers are throwing up buy walls, so on and so forth. I want to hit you guys with this here. And this is a post coming from within the Third Eye section of the Discord that I kind of revamped. And I said here, in this game, the truth is your best teacher. The market exposes your weaknesses, your impatience, your lack of discipline, not to attack you, but to show you exactly where the work is, or where the work needs to be. The traders or investors, because not everybody in this community is a trader, but all of us are investors. The traders or investors who grow are the ones who don't take that personally. They don't get offended by drawdowns, by losses, or by harsh lessons the market tries to teach you. They absorb them, they adjust, and they evolve. If you want to build real wealth, let the truth refine you, not discourage you. How many people on the internet right now, in terms of the retail crowd, are still anticipating high-end price action on XRP this year, having no idea what's going on with the fundamental landscape, risk on, risk off backdrop, and still having this hopium, this belief that these things that are unrealistic in the market are going to happen because they're just not exposing themselves to the truth. They're not paying attention to the truth. They're not allowing the truth to drive their decisions in these markets, all right? A lot of people, it's very unfortunate, but it is the truth. That is the difference between people who stay stuck and people who turn trading and investing into a life-changing skill. The ones who allow the truth to be their teacher. All right. And so we offer that truth in this community. We don't post any hopium, any hype. Myself and Uzi and the other two mentors in this community are always trying to drive you guys towards reality, right? Just humbling yourselves, understanding that none of this was going to happen overnight, giving you guys tools, giving you guys knowledge on a consistent daily, weekly basis to really just progress every single day, whether it's trading, investing, spirituality, religious, whatever the case may be. Allow the truth to guide you, right? Not hopium, not hype. Heading into this new year, especially if you're new into this community and maybe you've only been here for a couple of months, we're probably the only community on the face of the internet that has kept it real with people the entirety of 2025, right? So, hone in on that heading into 2026. Understand all the pitfalls that you went through this year. Understand all the lies that you might have exposed yourself to that allowed that hopium or that hype to creep in that you gravitated towards, but now it's just dead in the water, considering the market conditions, temporarily, of course. And just restructure and refine yourself heading into 2026, as we literally only have 2 weeks left of 2025. Okay. So just a little bit of motivation as we head into the next post. Justin, $140 million liquidated from the crypto market in the past 60 minutes. This was posted from Watcher Guru just a couple of hours ago at 10:15 a.m. And so we're going to cover in today's video breakdown the updated analysis on XRP. You guys know, our last market analysis was this one. We posted this, we recorded it 4 days ago, posted it 3 days ago, and we were talking about realistic targets on XRP. If price did not flip bullish from where we were trading at that day, which was $1.99 when we did that analysis, that we were likely to see downside prices coming to fruition of around $1.89 to $1.84, which our institutional software had highlighted in gray. Let me play that for you guys real quick. Now coming back down into the support wall here, down at about $1.94 is our next area of interest. We have just recently started trading below $2, which now opens the door for lower prices. The next area of interest for buyers to defend is going to be that buy wall sitting at about $1.94. Anything below that on the daily time frame opens the door for these highlighted areas of interest at $1.89 to $1.84 for some possible reaccumulation on XRP. Right, so no need to play it any further. We had talked about if price did not break above the areas of interest that we're highlighting on the charts where there were sell walls, trapped buyers at highs, we were most likely to see prices come lower into $1.89 to $1.84. So before we jump into the fundamental landscape and I read yesterday's report for you guys, going over what happened last week and what to pay attention to in this upcoming week, let's just roll over real fast to the institutional order flow so I can give you guys a quick update and we can see where price action is currently trading at. Right, sweet. So XRP on the daily. Overall, the analysis stands correct that we gave just a couple of days ago, giving you all accurate updates. You can see that buyers failed to push higher. They got trapped at around $2.12. You can see this huge buyer here, trapped at around $2.12. Sellers became aggressive enough to break the support wall here. Following through with overall sell momentum, you can see aggressive sellers. Following through, we see another seller trap a buyer at a high, throw up a sell wall, break the support that sent XRP price below the $1.94 area of interest. That now has come into our overall bearish targets of around $1.89 to $1.84, where now you can see a possible maybe attempt by buyers to trap sellers with the sell imbalance at this low at around $1.84. However, if that fails and we do see sellers become aggressive in the next 24 to 48 hours, that will likely open the door to target these lows and push XRP price down into our next overall bearish targets of $1.72 to $1.69. So far, the overall accuracy that our algorithms show is insane. Days in advance. You can see now price has rolled over straight into these areas of interest, and now we're starting to see maybe on the lower time frames. Let's go down to the 4 hour and see what that price action looks like. Are buyers making an attempt to trap sellers? Where are the levels at? If they can, what level should we be paying attention to the upside? All right. So here is the 4 hour time frame. We're still seeing massive amounts of sell pressure, contained price action externally on XRP's price. And we're still seeing, as I broke down for you guys a couple days ago, all of the buy volume get trapped internally inside of price. And so right now on XRP, we've seen price roll over down into these buy walls, and we have seen a seller trapped at these lows at around $1.86 to be exact, slightly above $1.84, which was the previous area that allowed buyers to gain some traction, throw up some buy volume, and push XRP's price back into the sell dark pool at $2.28. So moving forward, if we want to see a recovery on XRP's price action, we need to see buyers continue to trap these sellers and then start to follow through with aggression. You can see, however, right now there are buyers trapped in these bearish candlesticks. So ideally right now, the most immediate level that we need to see buyers break above, hold as support, is $1.86, which is where sellers are currently trapped right now. And then we need to see buyers gain enough momentum to break back above this recent support, break the resistance at $1.98, trap sellers at $1.98, hold it as support, and then become aggressive above, pushing price back up into the highs above $2. If we do not see that, then again, we're likely to continue to see lower prices on XRP and sellers remain in control. So for now, the immediate upside that I'm paying attention to for any possible recovery on XRP is about $1.98, where you can see we have a buyer trapped in this bearish candlestick. There's a support here. There's also a resistance at $1.98. I would like to see this trapped seller remain trapped. Buyers then start to become aggressive, print some bullish candles, buy volume in them with enough momentum to break above this resistance and turn it back into support, and see these buy walls trail price action externally on XRP. At the same time, we'd also like to see how all of this sell pressure or these sell walls are externally on XRP's price. We'd like to see the same thing. We'd like to see the buy volume, the buy walls, flip externally instead of internally on XRP, and have all of the sell volume trapped inside a price action, kind of like this. See this area here? Buyers made an attempt to trap all this sell volume internally inside of price, but then sellers threw up a sell wall here, trapped buyers, and defended the $2.28 dark pool, right? So for now, still anticipating XRP's price to roll over to the downside until we see this type of price action. If we do see a recovery on XRP, I'm still not expecting anything excessive or bullish until we break above that dark pool at $2.28. If we can break above $2.28, then that'll open the door for a further discussion of higher targets. Back to the daily, just so you guys have those next areas of interest real fast in case you missed them. Damn, I can't wait to get back to my big screen. Okay. $1.72 and $1.69 are the next downside targets. Don't forget that there's also a buy dark pool at $1.56. All right. If we end up breaking above $2.28, I'll host another Zoom call and we'll discuss and take a look at some possible higher sell walls where XRP's price could come into. But I'm not getting too excited right now. All right.